Welcome back to another edition of Trainwreck Tuesday. I am your host, definitely not Lucas Bancroft, back with you again live from New York City with the show all about triumph and tragedy. Without further ado, we got a lot to cover this week and a very exciting Week 11 in the books. Now, without further ado, let's get into the action. Alright, first matchup, we have the Commish going up against Pajamarama. Pajamarama winning this one 120-90, and that's 2 wins in a row for Pajamarama, and now both of these teams at 4-7. For Pajamarama, Tyler Algieri with a tough game, only 1 reception for less than a yard. That's not going to do it for him. But Lamar Jackson still consistent 20 points, coming back down from earth from his usual dominance that we have seen this season. But Puka Nacua there cooking the Pats for 25. On the other side of the ball, Raheem Mostert for the Commish. Negative points. You never want to see that. And it's tough to get a win when that's the case. Can either of these teams make a late season push and get into playoff contention? Or will they be consolation boyos? Alright, we had a domestic dispute this week with Kelly's Majestic team going up against Chef Ryan's Rad team. A close matchup. Kelly's Majestic team winning this one 114-101 and moving to 7-4. Jordan Love with 25 points. Devon Achan with 20. Njoku with 20. Solid performances all around their offense. Now, Jared Goff for Chef Ryan's Rad team with 46 points, accounting for almost half of his team's total points. Not what you want to see at all. Hawkinson with only 3 points. Washington defense with only 2. A lot of single digits here for Chef Ryan's Rad team. Chef Ryan moves to 5-6. The woes just seem to keep continuing for the Silver Strouds, losing this week 81-98 to the Dicker Downs. Head coach Chef Corey. The woes simply continue to pour on for head coach Steve Carr and the Silver Strouds, being defeated this week 81-98 by the Dicker Downs. Behind the performance of Geno Smith and Josh Downs, Dicker Downs was able to get this done. Meanwhile, on the other side of the... also we have Valdez Scantling, mind you. 2 catches, 1 catch for 87 yards and a touchdown, giving him 16 points. A solid pickup for him there. Now, the struggles just seemed to continue for C.J. Stroud on Monday Night Football with no touchdown passes. Nico Collins on a snap count as well. Had a long touchdown wiped out by an ineligible player downfield penalty. That's got to hurt. And that's really just the story for the season for the Silver Strouds. Now, there's always the consolation bracket. Alright, now we have the number 1 and number 2 seed battling it out this week. It's the Boston Urban Hospitality Fantasy Football Chiefs versus Bills, if you will. We have Luke What You Made Me Do taking out the Beer Blancs 144-133. A high-scoring affair. And Luke What You Made Me Do just continues to put up numbers. You got Justin Herbert with 31. St. Brown with almost 40 in that frenzy from the Lions. We're looking at 20 points or double digits out of pretty much everyone. On the other side of the ball, Chef Michael also continued to do well, but a tough performance from Noah Brown. Only 1 point, as well as Deebo Samuel, only 6. That was eventually the difference. Now both these teams are 9-2, right above the top of the league, and looking like locks for the playoffs. Brain surgery taking down the Christian McBlackfries 142-105. No McCaffrey, no problem. And McCaffrey, still big problems. Head coach Ariel De Silva and the Christian McBlackfries moved to 3-8. While It's Not Brain Surgery moves to 6-5. Once again, Jalen Hurts has been pretty solid all year long, as well as Saquon Barkley. Another 30-point game for him, having a stellar fantasy season. And for the Chris McCaffrey's, Kirk Cousins, quarterback, has been a struggle for this team all year. And once again, only 7 points out of Kirk Cousins. You have David Montgomery with a 25-point game. But it really comes down to special teams and the tight end position that made the difference in this matchup. The biggest blowout of the week was Jessica Texier's Investments, also known as Jesse's Girls, taking down Dollar in a Dream 155-96. An absolute gobsmacking, basically putting a nail into the hopes and dreams for Dollar in a Dream's season. Now for Jesse Girls, Josh Allen with the win down in Kansas City with a 30-point game. Tossing 8 receptions to his main man, Khalil Shakir. George Pickens had 8 receptions as well. Breece Hall with 30 points. 24 points out of Chris Boswell. He has been an absolute star for Jesse's Girls this year. Now on the other side of the ball for Dollar in a Dream, you only had Drake London getting less than 10, Reed with less than 10, Jonathan Taylor with less than 10. 0-point goose egg from Pearsall in San Francisco. So those kind of coaching decisions are not going to get you victories in Boston Urban Hospitality Fantasy Football. Not the kind of moves you need to make if you want your hands on the stake belt. The top scorer this week, and he has been the top scorer quite frequently in these weeks. We have Miso Brady taking down No Name Team 167-141. And I mean, one of those weeks for Miso Brady when it's just 20 points for everyone. A fantasy football frenzy for him. A very consistent and solid game for No Name Team, actually outperforming their projections by almost 40 points, with Joe Burrow 3 passing touchdowns, 356 passing yards, and another incredible game despite the loss for him. Joe Mixon almost had a 40-point game last night as well with 3 rushing touchdowns. You have Tajay Spears, Justin Tucker with a couple of missed kicks, and the San Francisco defense is what ended up making the difference and getting Miso Brady another victory. Miso Brady 7-4. Head coach Anderson and No Name Team moved to 4-7. I'd like to go ahead and thank you all for tuning in, and a big shout out to the sponsors for Trainwreck Tuesday. Again, we had a very exciting Week 11. We had the trade deadline. We had some trades at that midnight hour as the clock dung. We had a few moves go out, nothing crazy significant, couple big trades, couple minor ones. Everyone doing whatever they can as the season really ramps up to get their hands onto the stake belt. Who will it be, folks? We'll keep you posted. We'll keep you updated on all the action, all the news, all the rumors, all the scandals. Without further ado, I am your host, definitely not Lucas Bancroft, signing off.